of the United States, George Bush.
You know, most people stand up when the president comes into a room. But I guess you think you're special because you're in a wheelchair. I'd like to talk to all of y'all about the advances we've made in our ongoing battle against terrorism. We will continue to make these advances, and we will not stop until terrorism has been defeated. There will be no terrorism left. Terrorism will be stricken from our vocabularium. So much so that perhaps not our children, but perhaps our children's children will not even know the meaning of the word terrorism. My dream is that someday, right here in America, a very old man might walk up to a child and say the word terrorism. And that child will respond with, "What? What did you say?" And when the old man repeats the word, terrorism, the child will say, "You're stupid. You're a stupid old man. There is no such word. Excuse me, for I must go now and play in this great country of mine with no fear." Now, I realize that children seldom speak in this manner, but I'm trying to demonstrate a dream. Sometimes dreams are hard to follow. I'm sure we've all had that dream where you're speaking with someone you know, and then suddenly they aren't that person anymore. Suddenly they're a donkey. And you become confused, saying, hey, just a second ago, that donkey was Steve. Where did Steve go? Well, that's what I want people to say about terrorism. Where did terrorism go? And that day is coming. That is my promise. I will turn terrorism into a donkey. And then I will grab terrorism by its big, stupid gray ears, and I will stuff an exploding carrot of freedom down its throat. I think I got lost in my own analogy. But you know, English is tough. It's a tough language. It's the only one I know, but it's tough. I mean, metaphors were never my thing. I mean, they're confusing. I mean, why is it you can say, she hit me so hard I went down like a sack of potatoes, but you can't say, she went down on me like a sack of potatoes? I mean, that's hard to learn to people. And that's why I have tremendous respect for teachers. Do we have teachers here tonight in the crowd? You're a teacher? That's fantastic. What do you teach? Grade 1. Grade 1. It's not really teaching, is it? It's more like glorified babysitter. I mean, do we got any real teachers, though? Is anyone a real teacher? What is it you teach? Grade 7, 8 French. French, that's interesting. You know, it's a bit of a dead language. But that's interesting. But you do important work. You do. Teachers are the backbone of this country. You know? If not the backbone, then some other hard on the exterior thing that protects the inner soft stuff. Teachers are like the briefcase of this nation. You know? Assuming that briefcase were filled with children. I was recently speaking at a graduation, Raleigh, North Carolina, and I met a teacher there. And she said to me, "Mr. President, are you aware that 89% of high school students in America cannot pick out America on a world map?" I found that statistic appalling. I vowed then and there that I would improve funding to our schools. I said, if our kids cannot read the word America, I've got to do something. Yeah, okay, so that's when she told me. She said, no, Mr. President, you got me all wrong. The map was unmarked. There were no words on the map. So that's when I realized our kids ain't dumb. Our teachers are dumb. I mean, come on, a map's got to have words. Am I right? I mean, we named countries for a reason. You know? We didn't just say, hey, Billy, this here's Costa Rica. Oh, can we write Costa Rica across it? No, Billy, just remember its shape and that it's pink. I mean, that'd be stupid, you know? I mean, come on now. I mean, you know, testing kids on a map with no words is like giving kids impossible math questions. Like 6 plus something equals 10. Come on, failing at the impossible is easy. It's failing at the easy that give our kids something not impossible, and then when they fail, our kids ain't dumb. And that's how I want to keep our kids, not dumb. And that's why when people say to me, hey, marijuana's no big deal, let's legalize it, I say no. Because I can see what would happen if we legalized marijuana. I mean, picture it, you take your family out, you're at Denny's, you're having a big scramble, okay? Yeah, but the table next to you, they're smoking J's or whatever it is they call it, you know, dope, chronic, pot, weed, endo, grass, I'm not sure. Now, at some point, as the man of the house, you gotta lean over and say, hey, excuse me, do you mind putting that out? Because my kids are too fucked up to eat their pancakes. I mean, little Brian's all fascinated that when he squeezes the syrup handle, the spout opens like a drawer. Sarah spent the last 15 minutes using her fork to pull her upper lip away from her face. My kids are high. Huh? But instead of putting it out, they offer you a hit. And you take it, you know? And then wham, you're right back to the days where you owned a baseball team, you know? Next thing you know, you're going down on a dealer in the bathroom for a dime bag. And your daddy's got half the CIA looking for you so you don't end up in the newspaper again with a shiner. That's a hypothetical example that could happen to any American.